There's no way I'm gonna make it through these next couple weeks alive. I don't know about your schedule, but I won't be sleeping until Christmas.
I feel you there. I'm just trying to get the semester over with.
Well, hey, would you like a beer?
Sure. What is it?
It's a St. Arnold's Christmas Ale.
I never heard of this before.
Well, it's probably because it's a seasonal beer made only in the winter months by St. Arnold's.
Since it's a seasonal beer, what do they do with the extras? Do they simply pour it down the drain once the winter season is over with?
Well, during the non-winter months, they try to predict how much beer to produce. It's called forecasting. I don't know how those masterminds over at St. Arnold's do it.
That's pretty interesting. We should go check it out sometime.
Yeah, I think we should. But first, we have a beer to enjoy.
Sure, cheers.
Cheers.
The next day, David and Lon met with Donnie Kilburn, the St. Arnold's operations manager, to learn more about their forecasting strategies for their seasonal beers.
Our Christmas Ale was actually our first seasonal beer that we came out with in our seasonal program. When we first came out with it, it sold out in just over a week. We now have the beer, we aim to have it available for about 2 months out of the year, and it is our fastest selling seasonal by far. Last year we made about 2,000 barrels, a little over 2,000 barrels. As a comparison, this year total will be coming in close to 40,000 barrels of total production. I'd say out of that, around a third of it is in the form of draft, and the other 2/3, a little over 2/3, comes in the form of bottles, 6-packs that you can see at the store. In general, the method that we take for our forecasting and production into consideration is we work backwards. We take our inventories out in the market and at the facility, and we look at how much product we think we need going forward, and we produce the beer based on how much we have on hand and how much we're short for our projected sales goals. We have to make a call of how much growth we're going to be up, and sometimes we run a little short. That's why some of our seasonals come out a little early for some people, but we don't get to see a lot of sales data with all of our seasonals before we have to determine what our ultimate total growth is going to be. With our year-round beers, it's a little bit easier because you're constantly getting sales feedback, and every week you kind of see what direction things are going, and you can make adjustments as needed. Actually, Christmas Ale was the first seasonal that we sold in Louisiana. We went into Louisiana in November last year. That one was pretty tricky. It was the first beer we sold out there. We also sold Lawnmower at the same time. But that was a case where we kind of just got with our distributors out there and to get a feel for what the market would accept. And we kind of just went for it. I think in the end, we ended up sending a little too much out there, and in that case, because we're in an industry where freshness is important, sometimes you have to buy back product, and it's of course always a goal that's minimal to none. Running out of product is almost worse because there's a lot of competition out there that's ready to come in if they see an empty slot in a grocery store.
Well, thank you for showing us around a little bit and giving us a little insight into how your forecasting is done here at St. Arnold's. And we all really appreciate it.
Sure, thanks for coming out. It was a great time. I recommend stopping in our tour hall on your way out and grab a beer.